The Houston Texans are on the verge of a massive gamble that could redefine our defensive line forever. Caden McDonald is the name that has everyone in the front office talking right now. We thought we could wait until pick 28, but the latest intelligence suggests he won't be there. If we don't move up, we lose the chance to land a generational run stuffer. This draft night aggression is a high-stakes move that carries immense risk for our future. C.J. Stroud is the franchise cornerstone, but even the best quarterback needs a defense that can get him the ball back quickly. The news breaking right now is that the front office is making aggressive calls to jump into the middle of the first round. Usually, teams talk about moving back to get more picks, but we are seeing the opposite. We are looking to strike fast. The target is a player who can anchor the middle of the defense for years. If this really happens, everything changes for us. Subscribe now so you don't miss the next update. This is about making sure our defense isn't the weak link when the playoffs arrive. For a long time, fans thought we would play it safe at pick 28. That strategy is dead. The team is calling everyone in the top 15 and 20. They want a specific type of impact. They want a player who demands double teams. They want a player who makes life easier for everyone else. By moving up, we are telling the whole league that we are ready to win right now. We aren't waiting for prospects to fall to us. We are going out and taking what we need. This shift in strategy is a massive signal of intent. It means the leadership believes we are just one or two pieces away from a championship. When you have a quarterback like ours, you cannot afford to waste a single year of his prime. You have to be bold. You have to be aggressive. This news of a potential trade-up is the most exciting development of the entire offseason. It shows a level of confidence we haven't seen in this building for a very long time. We are talking about a total shift in how this roster is built. Instead of depth, we are chasing elite, top-tier talent. This is how great teams are formed. They identify a need and they do whatever it takes to fill it. The middle of the first round is where the real game changers live. That is where we want to be. The price to move up will be high, but the cost of staying still and missing out might be even higher for our championship dreams. We are watching the phone lines very closely as draft night approaches. The excitement around the building is palpable, but there is a lingering fear that we might miss out on our top target. We have seen the flashes of greatness from this young man, but this new problem is exactly why the front office is sweating right now. He is climbing up every single draft board in the league. Early on, everyone thought he would be a late-round steal. Those days are gone. Now, he is viewed as a foundational piece. The gap between his potential and what we currently have on the interior is wide. We need that explosive strength. We need that ability to shut down the run game instantly. The problem is that other teams have noticed his dominant tape too. They see the way he uses his hands. They see the way he occupies space. He is 326 pounds of pure disruption. If we stay at our current spot, we are basically praying that 27 other teams make a mistake. That is not a winning strategy. The frustration in the draft room comes from knowing that he is the perfect fit, yet he is slowly sliding out of reach. He represents the kind of physical presence that our defensive front has lacked. He is not just a big body. He is a high-level competitor who won't take no for an answer. The coaching staff is obsessed with his film. They see a player who can transform the entire scheme. But the pressure is mounting. If another team jumps ahead of us, all our scouting and all our visits will be for nothing. The front office knows that failing to secure him would be a massive blow to our defensive rebuild. They are feeling the heat to make a move before it is too late. This is the moment where careers are made or broken. You have to have the courage to go get your guy. The prospect of losing him to a rival is keeping people awake at night. We know he can be the anchor. We know he can be the star. But the window to grab him is closing fast. Every hour that passes without a trade agreement makes the situation more tense. We are looking at a player who could be the heart of this defense for a decade, and we are currently on the outside looking in. This trade is not about fancy charts or draft value. This is about one thing. This could help them win more games right away. If the team makes this move, our defense becomes a nightmare for every opponent. We are talking about a player who will stop the run so well that teams will be forced to throw. When teams are forced to throw, our pass rushers can finally do what they do best. It is a simple chain reaction that leads to more turnovers and more wins. If we don't make this move, we risk having a soft middle that teams will exploit all season long. We have seen it happen before. We have seen good seasons ruined because the defense couldn't get off the field on 3rd and short. This player solves that problem. He is a brick wall. This move would mean fewer long drives for our opponents and more rest for our offense. It means our quarterback gets more chances to score points. The impact is direct and easy to see. If we land him, we are a much harder team to beat. If we miss him, we are vulnerable. The fans want to see a defense that hits hard and dictates the game. This trade is the fastest way to get there. It is about physical dominance. It is about not being pushed around by the big teams in our division. We need someone who can stand his ground and win his individual battles. The consequences of this decision will be felt in every single game next year. We are either going to be a team that controls the line of scrimmage, or a team that struggles to find its identity. It is that simple. There is no middle ground here. It is no middle ground here. You either have the muscle to compete, or you don't. This trade would give us the muscle we have been missing. It would turn a position of weakness into a position of absolute strength. This is how you build a winner. You find the biggest, strongest guys and you put them in the middle of the field. This move is about making sure we are the ones doing the pushing next season. The stakes couldn't be any higher for our defensive future. Let's look at the two paths ahead of us because the contrast is stark. If this works, we are looking at a defensive revolution. In the best case scenario, we trade up, grab our target, and he becomes an immediate Pro Bowl talent. Our defense jumps into the top 5 in the league. We become a team that no one wants to play in January. The trade picks we gave up will be forgotten because we will be holding a trophy. It would be a masterstroke of management, but if it fails, the price is devastating. If we give up our future picks and the player doesn't live up to the hype, we have set the franchise back years. We would be stuck with a thin roster and no way to improve it through the draft. The pressure on the young player would be immense from day one. Every missed tackle would be scrutinized. Every bad game would lead to fans questioning the trade. This is the ultimate gamble. If he succeeds, we are geniuses. If he fails, we are in deep trouble. The tension in the air is thick because everyone knows how much is on the line. Short sentences increase the heartbeat. The clock is ticking. The phone is ringing. Decisions are being made that will change lives. We are either going to be the most aggressive team in the league or the one that played it too safe. Which one would you rather be? The fans are divided. Some want to keep the picks and build slowly. Others want to go all in right now. There is no safety net here. This is a high-wire act without a harness. If we fall, it is going to hurt. But if we reach the other side, the view will be incredible. We are talking about the difference between being a good team and being a legendary one. The best teams in history weren't afraid to take a chance. They saw what they wanted, and they went after it with everything they had. Now, we have to decide if we have that same fire. The worst-case scenario is staying at 28 and watching him go to a rival. That would be a failure we couldn't easily recover from. We have to be bold. We have to be decisive. The situation is clear. The Houston Texans are at a crossroads that will define the next 5 years of this franchise. We have identified a player in Caden McDonald who can be the missing piece of our championship puzzle. But getting him requires a level of aggression and risk that we haven't seen from this front office before. We have to decide if one elite talent is worth the high cost of a trade-up. This isn't just about a draft pick. It's about the identity of our team. Be honest, would you trust a rookie in this situation? Or would you rather play it safe and hope for the best at pick 28? The pressure is on. If this really happens, everything changes. Subscribe now so you don't miss what comes next. Make sure to hit that notification bell and like this video so we can keep bringing you these insider updates. This is the most critical moment of our off-season. Tell me in the comments, should we pull the trigger? This isn't just a move for today, it's a decision that will define this team for years.